Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. Keep in mind that they caused me to hurt my foot, and they're fuming me. And I was on the other side of the park over there where there's a parking lot. They fumed it heavily. And basically somebody had signaled that I shouldn't go park there, which is part of their psyop, which is why I bring it up. Okay, so I'm being provoked and fumed and denied my freedom of speech, my freedom of expression, okay, my right to, gather people, my freedom of assembly. And it's clear that I'm in the right and America's in the wrong. So if I started going on and on about how much America's cursed for doing this, I'd be right? And the answer is for them to stop running a psyop, because they haven't reaped any fruit from this. I mean, they keep me from doing martial arts. Okay, it hasn't helped them. My challenge is still going, and they're far more disgraced than they otherwise would be because they interfered with my martial arts. I was going to win my challenge anyway, and I'm going to win my challenge anyway. Just now I do it even more so, and the gap's even greater because their response is extremely disgraceful and childish. So the psyop hasn't been helping them. It's just been making them look really bad. It's been disgracing them to the extreme. I know for sure there's people who are affiliated with the military who are not proud of running a psyop on me. Okay, people with the police force. You see them sometimes looking sad. Okay, the typical responses are people look a little bit kind of control freakish, but they look like depressed. Okay, and some people look sad. Okay, because it's stupid to run a psyop on the most righteous person that ever lived for no reason. So anyway, here we are on Santa Teresa and Chantilly, I believe this is. And this is the park by Murphy. I guess it's a middle school over there on the other side, right? And the park line extends over there, and I guess that's part of the school over there or something. Okay. So you see, that's pretty straightforward. There's really no other way to look at this thing. Okay? You can't just provoke somebody and oppress them after you've been oppressing their people like the most for a long time, and then say, hey, why is he upset? I mean, anger is a normal human response. Think about the phrase moral outrage and righteous indignation. What is righteous indignation? It's when you're in the right. It's when Mr. Right, in his right mind, on the right path, doing the right thing, is mad for the right reasons. And he gets mad to the point where it's indignation. He's indignant. And so it's righteous indignation. So it's crazy that people kind of group together and they hide behind mental health and the government, and they mistreat people and they expect them to not be upset. And then they say, well, you should accept evil. Who are you to say to me, in a country that's supposed to be free, that I'm supposed to think the way you want me to? That I'm supposed to feel the way you want me to? That I'm supposed to date the way you want me to? That I'm supposed to eat and dress and the way you want me to, and drive the type of car, to fit your kind of idea of how things should be? If you want to be a social engineering fanatic, why don't you go to Europe or something? Why don't you go to North Korea? Why do you have to do it in America where we're supposed to be free? It doesn't make sense. It's not right. Okay, and if I was to start screaming my head off right now, I'd be right. But you'd say, hey, are you okay? And you try to take me to the psych ward or something. And that's the bottom line. When somebody gets raped, for example, and they start screaming, we don't say, hey, she must be crazy. When someone gets beaten, by their husband or something, and they start complaining, okay, or a guy gets jumped and he screams that he gets robbed and he screams that he got robbed, we don't say that's crazy. These issues are far more important than one female being raped, far more important than one person being robbed, far more important than one person being mugged. But yet, people are ignoring it. They refuse to debate me on it. One of the most common things I say is, if you have a counter argument, put it in the comments. They don't put it in the comments because they don't have a counter argument, because I'm right. And I'm right about things that are extremely important, including the fact that I should be in charge. The throne is established in righteousness, Proverbs 16:12. Okay, the divine verdict is on the lips of the king. Okay, what throne are they talking about? They're talking about the throne of righteousness, not being the president, not being the king of England or Jordan or Saudi Arabia. It's talking about the throne of the righteous one who should lead everybody, especially people who claim to be loyal to God.